What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 83, and we start today's episode off by seeing that Danny Ings has indeed sprained his knee and will be out for 3 weeks. He of course got that injury in the last game against his former club Burnley, so he'll be out for 3 weeks, but it's not too much of a blow. And it was then time for transfer deadline day. Yay, everyone loves transfer deadline day. It's always awesome if you can pull off one more big transfer just before the window slams shut, but as you can see, we didn't really have any money to work with, so we were set for a very uneventful transfer deadline day, but we were going to be looking to keep hold of our best players, if not try and get the best deals for them. And throughout this window, you've seen a lot of clubs come in for Brown today. Bayer Leverkusen are the newest one. They offered us £9 million for our striker and came back to us after we asked for 20 million and said, we'll give you 17 million. And I was like, well, that's not bad at all, is it? That's £10 million more than his valuation, but I stuck to what I'd said to the other two clubs, Newcastle and Arsenal, and said I'll go as low as £19 million, and they actually said that they would match that. So Bayer Leverkusen, the German side, said they'd give us £19 million for Brown a day, and I was like, oh my goodness, that means he's about to leave the club and I haven't got a replacement lined up. So as Hertha Berlin came in for him as well, I said £19 million, just like your German colleagues Leverkusen. And I was like, I haven't got a replacement lined up, so who do I go in for? So I had Dermich from Bayer Leverkusen, who Brown today was just going to, and Lacazette as well. I put inquiries in. Lyon wanted £21.5 million for Lacazette, and Bayer Leverkusen wanted £16.5 million for Dermich. And as you can see, Brown today did sell on deadline day for £19 million. So we saw £16 million of that come in, and I put in a bid for Lacazette, the Lyon striker, and I was waiting for Lyon to come back for him. Spurs also offered us £3.3 million for Jakob as well. How about that? Turns out we did the right thing not selling him to Newcastle for a cut price then, as he's going to Spurs for £3.3 million. So, we put in a bid for Lacazette of £16 million, I think it was, or possibly £16.1 million. And we waited to see what the French club Lyon would say, because now Brown today has now left the club. We don't technically need a striker, because whoever we play, be it Berahino, Anichebe or Ings, they always score the goals. But of course, Ade was such a great player for us, 79 overall. I thought we should probably look to sign a striker who's even better than him. And as you'll see, Lyon did indeed accept £16.1 million for the French forward, as Jakob did go to Spurs and joined up with Mauricio Pochettino for £3.3 million. As you can see, we put in a contract for Lacazette, and he has indeed accepted his contract, and Alexander Lacazette is coming in for £16.1 million, which is £2.9 million less than what we got for Brown today. Newcastle wanted Vestergaard for £10.5 million as well. I was like, oh my goodness, all my players look as though they're going to leave on deadline day. But Lacazette did indeed come in, and you'll see his stats in just a moment's time. I gotta say, I mean, I know Brown today was a brilliant striker, and you guys are probably sitting there thinking, oh my god, he was scoring you goals left, right and centre. Why have you got rid of the guy? But seriously, look at this guy's stats. 82 overall, 25 years old, so he's 4 years younger than Ade. He's 3 ratings higher off. He just looks like an absolute monster. His finishing stat is 2 ratings better as well. I gotta say, I think we've done some brilliant business there. I really do. We sold Ade. We brought in Lacazette for less than what we got for Ade. I think we've done an amazing transfer there. I really do. And we asked Newcastle for £15 million for Vestergaard as well, and sorry, 16 million even. And we'll wait and see what they say. But as you can see, we actually only had 3 hours on the clock, which meant that even though Newcastle came back to us, as Niang isn't going to leave, despite the fact that PSV Eindhoven came with £13 million. I'm keeping him here for as long as possible. Even though Newcastle came back for us with Vestergaard and said they'd give us £13.5 million, which is a lot, that's double his valuation, we still said no, because there was only 3 hours on the clock, and we just wouldn't have been able to sign a replacement in time. If we sold him, he'd leave with 2 hours to go, and he needed at least 3 hours to complete a deal on deadline day. So that's why I said to Alan Pardew, respect the offer, appreciate it very much, it's a good transfer offer, a very good deal for us, but we're going to say no just because we wouldn't have the time to sign a replacement, and that's the most important thing. So Vestergaard will stay, but on deadline day we did see Jakob and Ade leave, and Lacazette came in. We also looked at signing another player on a pre-contract as well. Eduardo Salvio, the Benfica winger, has his contract up at the end of the year as well. So does the man Andros Townsend. Skin him Towns. God, I haven't said that in a while. Andros Townsend as well. He's got his contract up at the end of the year, but I've had Townsend in a lot of different career modes. So, you know, personally speaking, even though he's a very decent player, I think it's probably best not to sign him again, because I've signed him in like every career mode I've ever done. So there you go. Also as well, Thiago, the Bayern Munich midfielder, has his contract up at the end of the year too. Unfortunately, he's on 90 grand a week. That's 2.8 grand more than we can afford to offer him. So unless he wants to take a 3 grand a week pay cut, which let's be honest, he's not going to do, he won't be coming. Also, Curtis Obeng as well, the Swansea right back. This guy must be glitched. 78 overall. Look at this guy's technical stats. Crossing 96, stand tackle 97, slide tackle 94. Jesus, that's absolutely mental. But we're offering him a contract, but personally speaking, we don't need him. We've got Walker, we've got Jenkinson, we've got Bentley, the young 16-year-old coming through. We don't need him, but there you go. Still, following that, you'll see as well, Kevin Savanier is not going to leave to Solskjaer. God only knows why they're putting a bid for him there, because that's a shocking transfer offer for our 17-year-old star. And also as well, Salvio and Townsend accepted their pre-contracts, so the wingers both accepted theirs. However, Curtis Obeng and Thiago said no to their contracts. So I was like, fair enough. Didn't really want Obeng anyway, and Thiago, I knew was never going to take a pay cut. So it was between Salvio or Townsend, but as I've said before, even though I don't know what Salvio's overall is, I know he starts as a high-rated 70. And quite frankly, seeing as I've had Townsend on like every single career mode I've ever done, I just thought it's probably best to get a bit more variety. I've never owned Salvio before, so that'll be a new thing for me and a new player for you guys to see come into one of my clubs. So that did indeed end transfer deadline day, with Salvio coming in on a free transfer next year. So next year we'll have Salvio, Sane, and the guy you signed, Granit Xhaka, on a free transfer joining us next season. So really looking forward to that. And I have to say, what a fantastic January transfer window. Now, I know we may have sold one of our highest rated players and one of our best players in Brown today, who was such a great finisher for us, but to sign Lacazette as a replacement, it was just a brilliant piece of business in my opinion. The top deals were Aguero to Chelsea, Van Persie to Atletico Madrid, and of course a day leaving to Leverkusen on transfer deadline day. But yeah, I know that not everyone is going to be happy that we sold Brown today, because he was a really good striker for us, but I think you've got to look at the bigger picture here. We've got a player who is better, a player who is younger, a player who's, you know, surely got more potential. And yeah, I really do feel as though we are going to reap the benefits of this. I really do. And don't forget as well, Brown today had a season-long injury last year. He had a 2-month injury in our first season, and he's had one sort of minor injury this year as well. So I'm not going to say he's crocked. I'm not going to say he's an injury-prone type of player, but personally speaking, he's not someone who I'm always guaranteed is going to be able to complete 90 minutes. And Lacazette does have higher stamina as well, which is always nice for me, as I do abuse the right trigger. But still, here's the squad report as we now enter January. You can see a list of the players we currently have at our disposal. Of course, a reminder, as I just said, Sane, the centre-back, Eduardo Salvio, the winger, and who was the other player we signed? Oh yeah, Granit Xhaka, the guy you guys chose for me. Those 3 players will join us next year as well. I've got to say, I'm really liking this team. I know I've already said this a few times, but I'm really liking this team. We're making some fantastic progression here at the Hawthorns, and as well, as you can see by the league table now, as we are now, enter February now, as you can see by the league table, with 15 games to go and 14 for the rest of the teams, I really do believe as though we are going to be challenging for the league title. I've been downplaying our chances all season long. I've barely mentioned it, but I really do believe that we can compete for the title. Our superior goal difference is going to be a big factor as well, I feel. I think that we can compete for the title. Whether we can win it or not, I don't know. But I genuinely believe with a few games to go, we'll still be battling out with Chelsea. No other team can win the title. It's either Chelsea or West Brom. And I really believe that we can win it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really difficult, because Chelsea's side is better than ours. And of course, we're the new kids on the block. But I just have this real inner belief about this team. You know, I really do. Everything is falling into place right now. With the transfers we've made, with the form we've had, with the players' morales, you know, usually being improved. I think everything is working really well right now, and I truly believe that we can win the league title. But still, regardless of that, even if we don't, we'll qualify for the Champions League, guaranteed, really. I don't even need to touch wood, because I'm sure that's definitely going to happen, but I'll do it anyway. Touch wood. We'll qualify for the Champions League, and as you can see, you know, we're 10 points ahead of City in 5th place. That should definitely happen. But still, we take on Everton for the first and only game of today's episode here. One of the very few sides that have beaten us this season, Everton, thrashed us at the Hawthorns by 4-1. That was a humiliating defeat. So as we take them on away at Goodison Park, I had that in the back of my mind, knowing that even though they thrashed us at Goodison Park, and I'd still feel very, very confident, they are one of the very few teams to beat us, and I had such a difficult game playing against them. It could be a really tricky test, but I still fancied our chances, and of course Lacazette, the new number 9 for us, would dive straight into the first team, partnering his French colleague Niang up top. How would he do in his debut for West Brom? Well, the first chance would fall to us in the 7th minute, and it was Niang who had it. He got past John Stones, but Tim Howard, the American goalkeeper, made a very good save, and Everton got the ball away. So very good chance there, but I messed up the finish. But as we win the ball back, Zambrano plays it through towards Lacazette. Nice little Ronaldo chop, and a good ball through towards Niang. He goes through one-on-one, but again Tim Howard denies him, and Everton cleared the ball away. So a couple of really good early chances for us and for Niang, but still scoreless. In the 16th minute though, Lacazette's on the ball for us here, going down the right hand side, chips the ball over John Stones and then runs down the right hand side, plays it inside towards Niang. A good chance here, plays a through ball into Jordan Henderson, and again Tim Howard making another great save and keeping it scoreless. So Howard desperate not to be beaten early on, and it was still 0-0. In the 22nd minute, Niang's on the ball for us here, good chance, takes on Phil Jagielka, beats him with a fake shot, plays a brilliant through ball into Lacazette, who's one-on-one, and his first shot finds the bottom corner and goes into the back of the net. So it takes him 23 minutes to get his first goal in a West Bromwich Albion shirt. Lovely ball by Niang and a great finish too. And yeah, I know that Brown today finished those chances for fun, and I know he was a great striker, but I'm confident Lacazette's going to be even better. So 1-0 to West Bromwich Albion, his first goal in the Premier League, his first goal for West Brom, and I'm very, very pleased with that. But in the 35th minute, I gave the ball to Everton, and as Morales finds Seamus Coleman, he almost punished us there. Really good chance, but the shot went wide and out for a goal kick. And in the 50th minute here, Yusuf Malumbu slides the ball forward towards Lacazette, flicks it up, good chance here, ball comes into Niang who shoots, and again it's a great save by Tim Howard, and it's still 1-0. So if it wasn't for the American goalkeeper, we would have been like 3 or 4 goals up here. But in the 81st minute, Savanier plays the ball back towards Ben Foster. He finds Zambrano to our right back Kyle Walker here, as Savanier's pulled up injured. Walker sprints through the centre here, and it's a really good chance. He cuts from right to left. Good opportunity as he slides the ball in towards Victor Anichebe, stops the ball himself, backheels it to Kyle Walker. Walker inside towards Malumbu. He finds Lacazette, plays it back to Yusuf Malumbu, and Malumbu finishes a brilliant team goal and makes it Everton 0, West Bromwich Albion 2. Celebrates in front of the travelling fans as we go 2 goals up here. He celebrates with Lacazette, who got the assist, and the game is ours. So the 3 points secured late on. Malumbu with the goal. Great debut for Lacazette as well. 1 goal, 1 assist, and it was a big transfer deadline day, selling one of our best players and bringing in a new one as well. But I feel very confident that that man there is going to be a great signing and a brilliant acquisition for us. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please do leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon. Why don't you comment below and tell me whether I was right to sell a day and sign Lacazette. Let me know in the comments. I'll be interested to see your feedback.